Good morning, it's Barbara. It is still morning, but it is hot and muggy out there, and I'm going to go find out exactly how muggy and hot it is. It's kind of hot and muggy, although a little breeze does the trick. Look at Dennis's peppers are finally coming along, so that's exciting. And everything looks good. I'm going to be watering today. That's my task for the day, would be watering here and here. I see this is starting to wilt a little bit, and out front. I wonder if I'm ever going to plant these. It's possible. And my Gerbera daisies, I'm so excited. I thought they were done, but they are looking so good. Aren't they beautiful? I'm very excited. And here's my poinsettia, just going great guns. Oh, and the fuchsia's not doing well. I got to get that fuchsia out of the sun. Yeah, this is not good. I have to get the fuchsia out of the sun. The basket's okay, not great. We'll see. All right. Good morning. It's Barbara. I'm back. Yeah, I got to move that fuchsia. It's in the sun too much of the day. I'm not sure where to put it, though. I could put it on the table under the umbrella where I have the basket. I wonder if that would work. Anyway, I'm home. I had such a fun weekend. I cannot tell you. I had such a good time. I have been to a couple reunions, and 20th, which was very weird because Dennis and I were on our honeymoon. So he went with me. That was the last time he did that. Then 40th and 50th picnic. But this was so much fun. It turns out it was mostly outside. I ate mostly alone, and one guy came and ate with me for a little while out on the patio, but it worked out great. Most of the party was outside, and it worked out great. And I had a really good time. It was, the venue, the weather, the group of people who came. Who knows what it was, but it was really, really nice. And I had a wonderful weekend with my friend Kim. We had such a good time. We walked a lot. We walked all over Penn State campus. I should wash my glasses. And hung out. Anyway, and we had gorgeous weather, except for Friday afternoon. I was at my father's apartment, and it started pouring rain, and this was the night I was supposed to be outside for the dinner and everything, and I was like, but it cleared up and dried up, and it was great, and I really did have a good time. So thank you to the ladies who organized it. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And thank you to Kim. Her coming was the impetus for me to go. And we really had a good time. We really had a good time. So cheers to the class of 72. My mother loved the Twiddle Muff. Kim and I sat and had a lovely, lovely interaction with my mother. The crazy thing is I was so worried about my mother moving her to memory and how it was going to work out. She's doing great. She's interacting with people. I think, it's good for her to be around more people. Anyway, seems to be doing really great. And she loved the Twiddle Muff. She told me how beautiful it was. And she immediately started twiddling it. Exactly how I envisioned when I made it, so I was correct. I was right. This is what she'll do with this. This is what she'll do with this. And she really, really liked it. And she immediately started exploring it with her hands. And it was lovely. My only worry is she lives with a couple of kleptomaniacs. They still haven't found the shawl I gave her. So I'm worried that it will be missing when I come next week. And the thing is, I would just, make more Twiddle Muffs if I thought it was being taken because somebody wanted to twiddle. But if it's gone, it's not because somebody's sitting there in the room with her twiddling on her Twiddle Muff. It's because somebody stashed it in their bedroom. So we'll see. Maybe you know, I told all the staff that was on, this is for my mother. We'll see what happens. But, you know, if I can't give my mother things that I think will help her and that she'll like, I'm going to be pretty disappointed with this place that they can't, you know. I mean, I get it that they have residents who are very ambulatory and the rooms aren't locked. So they just wander around and wander in people's rooms and take things apparently. But if they're not, you know, a little bit on top of that and rescuing things, then yeah, I'm not going to be that happy. They might not care if I'm happy or not. I'm still trying to think of where I'm going to put that fuchsia. Anyway, so I was very, very happy with how my mother's doing. I think she's thriving down there, which is not how I was thinking it was going to go. And I'm very, very happy about that. On the other hand, my father is not doing great. I feel like he's a little bit given up. You know, he's exhausted. So we need to figure out how to cheer him up. So my mother, who used to be the one, you know, she was in their apartment a lot more than Daddy was. You know, now she's out among people, and now he's pretty much stuck in his apartment because he's, you know, feeling too tired to even go down for dinner. So, see what we can do. See what we can do. But, so I'm a little worried about Daddy, but I'm no longer worried about my mother. The only thing I'm worried about is someone's going to take her twiddle. And in the grand scheme of things, that's not much to worry about when there are all kinds of things you could be worrying about, if you catch my drift. Maisie's going in and out underneath the deck. Anyway, so I had a wonderful weekend, but I'm back. I'm glad to be back. It is not particularly pleasant out here. I don't anticipate Aura spending much time on the deck today. It's a little bit muggy, and it's not even noon yet, and it's already 80 degrees. So I think, you know, she may not be in the mood to come out. When she comes down, I'm going to make sure she has her sweater, because when I walked in yesterday, she had her quilt all the way up. You know, she's wearing sleeveless, and she's cold in the air conditioning. So I gave her my Corian to wear, which I immediately took back when she was going upstairs. But, you know, I didn't make that for her, although it occurs to me that I could make her one. But now I've got all these ideas. I'm like, maybe I need to make more twiddle muffs for the people in Mama's unit. And, you know, and I want to knit some slippers. See if I can make slippers for Daddy that are comfortable on his feet. His feet were very swollen again. So now I have all these things for other people I'm thinking about knitting, and I didn't finish my sweater yet. But it is 80 degrees and muggy. So the impetus to finish my sweater is, you know, small at the moment, if I'm doing other things. So, but I really enjoyed making that twiddle muff. It was, I guess I said this to you, it's a little bit like self-striping socks where you want to get to the next stripe, see what it does. And it was so successful. I mean, she really was twiddling it exactly, you know, as I did this section, I thought, oh, she can do this with her hands and everything. And I was right. And I think she really liked it. And she told me it was beautiful. So I thought she was going to feel like it was a little over the top, but she thought it was beautiful. So there. If I were knitting more, I could be working both on my dad's slippers and another twiddle muff in case somebody could use it at her unit. Anyway. If anybody wants to make twiddle muffs, I have a place they could go. Just saying. You know, and it's a little bit fun to use all that goofy novelty yarn I've collected over the last 12 years. You know, 11 years. So, and those ruffles worked perfect. So, anyway, it was a big hit, and I'm very tickled with it. So on to the next project. I'll see what I can do. I have to go back and look. Someone said gave me suggestions for yarn, and I didn't write them down. I have to go find them in the comments. Lion Brand something, you know, for easily felted yarn, for yarn that's going to felt. And, you know, because I was trying to think of what to do in my stash, but everything that I know is going to felt is precious. Kinda. You know what I mean. So, but I haven't really rummaged in my stash, so I'm going to do that before I go to Joann's and buy something. But anyway, so I had a wonderful weekend, and and I feel very refreshed by it, and yeah, and everything was calm and fine here when I got home. Dogs are playing. You can hear them running behind me. This is why, we don't really walk our dogs for exercise. We just walk them for stimulation, and because they're the dogs and they get a walk. I love watching them play. So Dennis is planning on spraying. We've got all kinds of stuff going around our new fence, and he's got brush beak on, which gets rid of sort of woody growth. He bought it for poison ivy. It gets rid of poison ivy, but I think it'll get rid of all the things that are around this fence, and it won't affect the grass or the flowers or anything like that. So he's going to go spray around and see what he can do, because we just got this fence and it's already got stuff growing on us. Like, forget it. I'm going to water and figure out a better place for my fuchsia, and finish my book. I'm almost done with my book, the Kevin Hearn book, the third book. I put it down because it changed formats slightly, and I wasn't sure I was interested, and introduced new characters at the very end. And I was like, maybe I'm done with this. I get that way with books. And, excuse me. But I picked it up again last night, and I got back into it, and it's almost done. But I'm at the stage where, there were so many characters introduced during the course of the 3 books that now, a lot of times you end and you're like, well, what happened to that person? Well, he's telling us what happened to everybody sort of at the end. And, then I'm not sure who I haven't heard about or who I care about, but I think I've finished it. I don't think I have very much more to go. So I'm going to finish that book and give it back to the library. I think somebody wants it. And I have another book that I took out on Ben and Kay's recommendation, The Rivers of London, I think it was called. It's sort of a fantasy thing set in London. That's kind of next on my list of reading. And, if I don't make any decisions about Daddy's slippers, I might, start another twiddle muff, because I did enjoy knitting that. And I have all the yarns gathered together in a bag. I have a twiddle muff bag. So I might do that. Knitting a twiddle muff is kind of like my twiddle muff, something to do with my hands to keep myself calm. I wonder if my mother were a knitter, if she would just sit there and knit or crochet, and that would be the same thing as having a twiddle muff. I think knitting twiddle muffs are my twiddle muff. Well, I've only knit one. Let's not get carried away here. But anyway, thinking about it. But I do have an idea in my mind of some yarn I have that I think will felt. So I can try that before I go shopping. But I'll do a little swatch and wash it. See what happens. Wash it and dry it and see how thick I can make it. But you never know. But Aura better bring down her sweater, because she can't have my Corian every day. I'm wearing it. We don't keep our house that chilly. We keep it at 72, which is, not hot in the summertime. But it's not 68 But we feel chilly. Well, we've got a fan going behind us. Our filter fan is behind us, so that could be it. Anyway, she mutes her sweater. And that's it. I have no big plans for today. I don't think we have to go shopping today. So I think I won't. I kind of feel like I'm going to take the day off. I've been busy. and being very social. So I think I'm going to be quiet and water my plants and go from there. Take it easy. Dennis is making moqueca for dinner, which is a Brazilian fish stew with coconut milk, and it's shrimp and whitefish. It's delicious. And so that's the plan. Meanwhile, please take good care of yourselves. Please, 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 and mark your calendar. Saturday is our Zoom call. Oh, and Christy's home. She got home last night. She was gone for a month in Spain, study abroad in Spain, and she just got back. So I don't have any tales from her yet. She's crashing, but I'm looking forward to hearing how her trip was. And I'm sure she will be doing a video sometime soon to tell the rest of the world how things went. But, maybe I can get the scoop. But, so that's good. She's home safe and had a good time, and I'm looking forward to the stories. But meanwhile, Saturday is the Zoom, 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And please join us. We always have fun. We always have a good time. And Flame and Fiber Podcast Ravelry group, there's a sticky thread for Saturday Zoom. That's what we're talking about. And Valerie, our hostess with the mostest, has a link there. And we would love to have you. I cannot tell you how much fun it is. It's great. Meanwhile, please take good care of yourself. Stay safe and stay sane.